What's good, everyone? Welcome back to Cleveland Sports Unfiltered. So, Andrew Berry told us that he was going to be aggressive in fixing the offensive line, and aggressive in fixing the offensive line is what he did. He started off by trading for Titus Howard. He signed Zion Johnson. He re signed Tevin Jenkins. He signed Elijah Jenkins. And left tackle is TBD. And also with the Titus, not Titus, Elijah Jenkins signing. I know people think it's gonna automatically put him at center, but if you look at his PFF grades, his most productivity was at the guard position, and also with the heavy investment in guard, I do think that means Joe Batonio is probably gonna retire or pursue greener pastures because he can retire at any time he wants. So, but and if you look at the cap hit this year for him, he didn't like if he was retiring, he would have signed a 1 year extension. That way, that cap hit could be spread over 2 years. So I do think he's gonna go and pursue greener pastures. I mean, also again, he can retire at any time he wants to. But shout out to Joel if he does go and pursue greener pastures and pursue a championship. Just like Nick, man, if it's anybody that I would root super hard for to win a championship, it's Joe Batonio, the epitome of consistency, the epitome of a Cleveland guy. Bring your hard hat to work. Don't complain about too much, and just whoop ass and do your job, man. So it'll be real hard to see Joel go, but if he does win a championship, nothing but love for Joe. Never say anything bad about Joe Batonio or Nick Chubb, but also with Andrew Berry's super aggressiveness in fixing the offensive line, I think that it sets up the most likely scenario that the Browns will not be picking at 6. I think, just especially if when the owners meeting is coming up soon. The owners meeting is coming up soon. So if there start to be leaks that the Browns are talking to teams about potential trade backs, uh, a team I do want everybody to be on the lookout for is most likely what everybody heard, the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are, if you know or heard anything about the Dallas Cowboys, they are infatuated with Sonny Styles from the Buckeyes, and he's most likely not going to make it to 10. I think that's what they pick at 10. He's not going to make it to 10. So I think that the Browns is a sweet spot for the Dallas Cowboys to trade up, and I don't think that it would be uber taxing for the Cowboys to trade up. I do think it's might be maybe it cost them a second this year, their second round pick this year, and potential. It all depends on how Andrew sells it. That's another thing to be on the lookout for too. After the owners' meetings, if Andrew Berry or Todd Munkin or anybody in the front office is constantly upselling, hey, there's a chance we're going to take defense, and not just any defensive player. If he puts Sonny Styles' name on it, most likely the Cowboys is the target destination for a trade back. And also, if I was the Browns, I wouldn't get outside of maybe the top 13. Yeah, I wouldn't get outside of the top 13 because the quality of talent from 6 to 13 is kind of similar, but and also with that, if they do trade back, I do think that they're going to make another unpopular decision, and they're going to take a tackle instead of the receiver we want. And the tackle I do think they're going to take, if he's there, is Monroe Freeling. He's the best left tackle prospect that's would be there. And also, I get it that infuriate everybody. I kind of be infuriated myself because I want one of the bigger play receivers. I want Tyson Tate or Lemon. I want the receivers, man, because we just never draft them in the first round. But I can also understand if they don't go receiver. I can really understand if they don't go receiver because tackles are starting to become like quarterback, especially not tackles, left tackles. Left tackles are starting to become like quarterback. Dominant doesn't, man. You're not the elite tackles are a dime in a dozen. You're not finding them in the draft, especially like a Tristan Wirth. You're not finding him in every draft or anything like that. And plus, there's always two to three good, not two to three good. There's always multiple good wide receivers in almost every draft. Almost every draft. So I think we can still go out and find a quality wide receiver, or they can use the 24th pick to trade for a wide receiver like a Marvin Harrison Jr. or Brian Thomas Jr. So, like I said, it'll be an unpopular decision on both ends, the trade down and who they take, just like it was last year with the trade down from 2 to 5 and then taking Mason Graham. If they trade down from 6 to 10 and take Monroe Freely, I don't think anybody's going to be particularly happy about it. But like I said, I can understand if they do. But those are my thoughts on what I think the Browns are going to do in the first round of the draft after free agency. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Please, please, please hit that like, share, subscribe for me. It does a lot for me. It's free to you, and I greatly appreciate that. We continue to get this great content out to you guys. But those are just my thoughts. Again, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. And until next time, peace.